Y'all didn't expect this one. New video. Yes, welcome in. Welcome to another anime video. Like I told y'all, we're expanding the manga and anime department. This, as you know, we do One Piece manga reviews. You'll find out soon enough that the Kaiju number 8 manga reviews are coming with me and Christian. But Jaz and myself have a manga that we're going to be reviewing. I got to get Jaz on My Hero soon enough, but he's salty on it right now. So it'll come in the future. But something he's not salty on and something that we both love, Black Clover. So we got the co-host of the Bros Who Think podcast, Mr. Jaz. Jaz, man, I'm excited. We talking Black Clover. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm excited to talk Black Clover.
Yep.
Because to be honest, it was hard for me to get into it first.
Me too.
I'm gonna be honest.
Too. All right, well, wait. Let's get into let's save that.
Okay,
we're gonna get into that. But let me tell the people we'll be reviewing Black Clover probably bi-weekly. Sometimes if it's an important chapter, we'll come back to back weekly. But for the most part, it'll be bi-weekly, and we'll always do a discussion, just like with the reviews with Christian and I. With a chapter, we'll do a brief summary, and then we'll dive into the themes and break it down. So with this video, it will be a Black Clover discussion, catching us up to the chapter. Now, we're not going to go through every arc and review it, but we will tell you our favorite arcs, our favorite characters, the worst characters. We'll tell you how we feel from like the Dante stuff to where we're at now. And then at the end, we'll review the latest chapter. But Jaz, to your point, it took me a while to get into Black Clover too, and I blame the anime because I didn't start reading it, but the anime was so slow. It was animated poorly, and like, I think if Black Clover had the animation of a JJK or a Demon Slayer or even a My Hero, Black Clover would be one of the biggest shonen out right now.
Yeah, and that
all the Naruto lovers would fucking love it.
Oh yeah, because like you get because like the big consensus when it first came out was everybody's like, oh man, this guy's just loud and annoying.
But like, it's not off Naruto, but it's really not.
Yeah, but realistically, he's only like that for like the first like couple episodes. He kind of like trails off and he gets like way chiller later. Now like the anime, it is pretty shaky like in the beginning, but like when you get like deeper into it, the anime actually is not that bad.
But
so like it had to get to that point.
Yeah,
like the beginning is
it's horrible, and like to the point you're talking about, it gets decent. But then when they started taking breaks, that's when it started to get okay. This is good. But to me, I think Black Clover is the most enjoyable in the manga form. I've loved every part of it. Like, I'm a Black Clover fan because of Tabata. I don't count on the anime. Like, I don't even with like some animes. Like, for example, when I was catching up on One Piece, I would watch the fights. I watch the One Piece anime now. I don't even watch the Black Clover fights online. That's how bad it is, bro.
Hey, so some of them are cool. Like when
the only one I watched is him versus Asta versus Vestal or whatever his name is, the big big buff nigga, when it was the three the salamander girl, him and that other nigga fighting for the elf niggas. Those three. That's the only fight when Asta fought that big buff nigga, and then I watched him and Yami versus Dante. Him and Yami versus Dante was hard. Yeah,
that was hard. They did their thing on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's definitely a slow grind. And I mean, when you get into magic, because I know like Fairy Tail has like not Fairy Tail's like made magic bad, but like some people don't want to get into like that magic bag because of Fairy Tail. But I think Black Clover does it in a tasteful way. Because everybody's shit is unique. Not to say Fairy Tail isn't, but like it's shit I wouldn't really think about. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, I think one of the cooler ones is like I always think about Real and Charmy. Like their magics are pretty cool though.
Yeah, it is.
Because Real's is just like imagination, and then Charmy's is like, well, she has two. But yeah. She's broken in a sense.
But let's get into that. Let's talk about the magic power system. Let's start there. I think it is very interesting and it's different than Fairy Tail. To your point, with Fairy Tail, I know they have to train, but it's really like power, friendship, shot. Whereas with this, these people have to get better. And I think of Magna, like Magna, they told him there was no point for him to even train because he wouldn't get stronger because his magic was capped at how bad his magic is. And I think that's the cool thing with this. It's like, okay, well, if you train, you can figure a way around it. But for the most part, we set you up. It's like our world. If you're born rich, you can get it. If you work through it, the poorness, you can have some sort of wealth for yourself. And I like how Black Clover does that. And the way Magna trained and like made his thing like a knife death match to where it's gonna just fight. Like that was badass to me. That
shit was so hard. Like that's probably my favorite Black Clover fight. It's top 3.
Okay.
It's top 3.
We'll save that for when we get to best fights. Yeah. But like, talk to me how you feel about the magic, the magic itself. Like, you can go like, I think the way they do electricity, where it's not him just typically shooting electricity beams to where it's
like an armament type of thing.
Yeah, it's like he arms himself with electricity and he uses it like to run and attack and like he fights with it. Like, I think to your point about how he does magic, it's so badass and everybody has their own flair to it.
Yeah, because like, I mean, it's still like, you know, it's what you inherit when, you know, they pick your grimoires.
Yep.
And I think creativity is kind of put into it, but they have like so many categories. Like they have the fate magic, the mirror magic, the curse stuff with Gordon.
The dark shit, the light shit, like tree magic. Like, and then I think of the girl with the fate shit that's in the Black Bulls. Like, her shit is OP as fuck.
They had to nerf her. So like that way she could not just walk through villains. Because I was like, okay, this might be a problem, but then they kind of fix it later on.
They nerfed all the Black Bulls. They nerfed the mirror nigga too. The mirror nigga was strong as hell.
He was crazy. Well, I mean, he is crazy, but he was crazy.
Bro, dude is okay, let's talk. He has to be one of the, well, I'll save it for worst characters, because is he a pedophile? Is he not? Like, that's a weird choice Tabata made with him.
Probably some weird
incestual
stuff they got going on that I don't understand, and I don't want to understand.
That's the one character in Black Clover that I just avoid. But yeah, man, from even Noel's power, like, I think the power system, people may think on the surface is basic, but when you dive into it and get into Black Clover, you see it's very intricate. Really, the most basic nigga power is Asta. Really.
he was just boxing for a while, but
I'm just buff and I use anti-magic slice, nigga, baseball.
But I mean,
like, he really is the most basic nigga.
Yeah, but I mean, for him to be like the antithesis to like because he's pretty much like, if
it reminds
the whole world's
me of
based in magic,
with Getsugo Tensho.
yeah. But it's like, if the whole world is based in magic and you got the counter to it, you like Asta on the field.
It is full counter.
Like he's the most dangerous person on the field at all times.
And I do like how he can absorb blast now, how each sword has a different purpose, and like, we'll get to what he's learning now, but like, okay, it is basic, but to that point, even that is complex in itself. So where do you want to go now that we've talked about the power system of Black Clover? Do you want to go to our favorite characters, the story arcs? Where do you want to go?
We can go story arcs and characters. I feel like that might be.
Let's do story arcs. So so the beginning, it took me a while to get into it, but I'd say around, what arc got me really into Black Clover? I would say it wasn't the Magic Knights entrance exam. It wasn't the dungeon exploration arc either. I would say it was the Royal Capital Assault when the fucking zombies and that nigga with the eye patch started to attack, and we see Fugelion for the first time. Like, I believe in you, Asta, and that's when I fell in love with Fugelion.
Yeah,
that whole family's badass.
Yeah, it was a very good introduction. That family's crazy is bad. Like, that family's crazy. Like
that has to be the best royal family. Like,
yeah, because all the rest of them, all the rest of them are dicks.
Well, the Silvers came around.
Yeah, but it took them a while.
It took them a long time.
They got their character development, but boy, I did not like them in the first couple
me neither. But I'd say that's when I really got into it. But when he started fighting Mars, I was like, all right, I'm really in. Like, I'm fucking in.
Oh yeah.
What would you say got you in, and then give us your favorite arc, and then I'll give my favorite arc.
I think I still like that arc, but I think like the underwater temple, because like my thing like with anime or like manga is like I'll give it a chance if you wow me. But I mean, like, look, my cap is like I think like 50 to 60 chapters max.
Yeah.
After that, like, I mean, I know the underwater temple arc's like way later, but that arc was good because I feel like we got to see a lot of the differentiation in the Black Bulls. And then at the end, it wasn't really Asta that got the, that got the win. It's like, you
wasn't
got
that
to
the
see
Yami win?
Yeah, but you got to see like why Yami is
that guy,
is the captain. And to be honest, that's why I think Yami like.
That's when they fought. That's when they fought Veto in the underwater sea. Yeah, okay.
So like, that's kind of what like solidified Yami as a cool character to me. I mean,
no, like, very much so.
I just like Sora's and his
up until that point, he was just the dude who just shit everywhere. Like, it was like, okay, we don't know what Captain Yami can do. And in that moment, it was like, oh shit.
Like he a bum, but he could turn it on when he want to.
Mm-hmm. Like in that moment, he literally became one of the strongest swordsmen in anime. Like, people put him in that category. People are like, could Blackbeard's darkness beat his? After we saw that fight with Veto, it was on.
Like, bro, slicing dimensions is absolutely insane.
He basically is a black hole nigga. Like, it's not really darkness. And that's another interesting part to the power. It's like, yeah, it's darkness, but he's slicing through space, the vast void of space that is dark.
Yeah, he just broke him. I don't like. That's why they had to get him up out of here. They were like, nah, we can't have you for the main conflict later on. You're too powerful.
Okay, so I think my favorite arc is the Spade arc? Like, the Spade arc is so fucking good, man. That is like, because obviously I could say the Eye of the Midnight Sun or the Seabed Temple, like that one, or the Witch's Forest arc. Mm-hmm. But to me, man, it's gotta be Dante and them. It's gotta be the Spade Kingdom raid arc. Is my favorite arc. It's gotta be. Because then you find out all the shit about Yuno's past and like how he was part of this Clover Kingdom shit. And that's when you see Asta really get tested. And when he gets that black arm, it's like, oh shit, this nigga could be Wizard King.
It was very much a power up for everybody. It was like them basically.
Him and Yuno became like Yami level.
get into that next level.
It reminds me of when Naruto picked up like the Rasengan Shuriken thing that he was throwing, and it was this nigga is strong as Kakashi now.
Yeah, it's like he can hang with the big dogs now.
Exactly. But, this isn't them right in Sage mode yet. They're not quite there. I think that'll happen now.
Oh yeah,
This is now where they'll be stronger than Yami and them, preceding to getting to the Wizard King shit. But they're almost there.
I think mine would have to be like every arc having to deal with the elves, really.
Those are great arcs.
I did like that and how it kind of like tied into the first Wizard King.
Yeah, man.
And like, even with that, like we got the introduction to like what's the
that girl?
Yeah, Nero, I think. And I don't know, man, it was good. It has good fights. It has that Asta and Yuno team up is so good. Mm-hmm. I love that team.
Where they're first flying for the first time, doing their thing. That's the shit where they're training to get to the Magic Knights, and you fucking see Asta, Luck, and fucking what's his name? Asta, Luck, and boy with the bat. Blanking on
Magna.
His name. Asta, Luck, and Magna damn near about to kill teleportation dude's brother. And I was like, nah, you mess with gang, you mess with us, nigga. That was one of the best moments.
They pulled up on him. They said, "Hey, cut that out."
What would be your favorite transformation? Like, okay, we got Astas, we got Yunos, we got Noels, we got Magnas, we got Lux, we got Charmies. What would be your? I don't want to be cliche and say Asta because I do love Asta, But if I'm not picking Asta, it's Noelle's, man. I love Noelle's transformation.
Yeah, especially when she got that Saint stage. Like,
hers is crazy, bro. She reminds me of Urza Scarlet with all those different armors and shit.
Yeah, like, but I'd have to say it's like it's Marilona when she goes into crazy like fire.
When she has that she looks like a fucking soldier when she has the fucking thing. Yeah, and she got her nipples or tassels or whatever. Not tassels, but like army buttons.
Yeah. But it's like she can box, bro. Like, I think that's all she want to do. Like she gonna reach new heights, but she don't care
when you talk about
at the end of the day.
When you talk about strongest in the verse, obviously it's Yami, Vengeance, Asta. But she's above, like, Noelle's not to her level yet. Like, Marilona is right there with Yami, is like in Vengeance is the strongest adult.
I don't even think Fugeli on Marilona's level yet.
No, fuck no. Fuck no. I don't even think Asta and are at her level quite yet. Like, I think this is where they surpass her now.
She's just a different beast.
But her Vengeance and Yami, those are like the top 3 strongest adults.
Oh, yeah.
So you like Mariona's form. I'm going with Noelle's. Asta or Yuno's form. I'm going Asta over Yuno's form. Yuno's form's kind of trash, if I'm being honest.
It's kind of it leaves a lot to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's basically just like I don't want to say crowning him as a king, but I mean that's kind of like what it is. Asta's is just cooler.
Asta's got that berserk armor.
Yeah, like, and you can see and that's also another thing I wanted to say. Like, you can really see like the berserk influence a little bit, like sprinkled here and there, because like even who was it? Well, I mean, like Asta's sword, obviously.
Oh, yeah. The big one.
Yeah, Charlotte's lieutenant, I think. She looks like Casca.
Look like Casca. Yeah, she does. Wait. Sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom real quick. But yeah, no, but Yuno's form, just not my personal. Oh no, we're talking about the berserk influence, and you're talking about Charlotte and how Charlotte's partner looks like Casca.
Oh yeah. So like, you could definitely see it littered. Even like
Vengeance,
like Vengeance is like Maz. It kind of reminds me of like when Griffith was in that situation before he went all cuckoo.
Face and like how everything was, like it kind of gives me Griffith vibes.
Hey.
And Yami kind of looks like Guts, if we're being honest. Just the spiky hair, just without the spiky hair, but like, and he doesn't have a big sword. Like if Yami had a big sword, people would be like, "Oh shit, that's Guts."
Yeah, that's just Guts. Yeah. So they had to give the big sword to Asta.
I will say, Yami has the best cape, best captain's cloak cape with the torn thing. Oh, and how Asta has the short one too. It just fits. The short one's way better than the long one.
See, it's just simple. You know, the royal, the other like captains, they have like, you know, like they have like the feathers and stuff on the bottom and stuff like that. It is too much, you know what I'm saying? If you ever get into a fight, it's just not practical.
I'm so happy that we got past the royalty versus peasant stuff. Cause like that was, and we're not fully past it yet, because obviously Austin, are gonna have to break this hatred cycle, because even before this, they didn't want to accept Austin because of his devil stuff, but he's gonna break all that. The peasant royal stuff seems secondary now when the Silvers are stepping up in meetings for people. Like that shit doesn't matter. But like for the longest, that was such a trope that I was just ready to end, because it didn't feel like how Oda does racism where it's like impactful. It felt like, oh yeah, royals hate. It felt very surface level. That's like one of my cons of the story is that.
Yeah, it definitely like does not, unless it's like affecting the main story. It doesn't really go back to things that like are small and minute to us. Like not to us, but like to the story, but like, big to us. I just think at some point they were just like, look, we're both getting attacked. I guess we got to make some type of treaty until we figure all this stuff out. then there might be something to where people are like, oh, like we still don't accept you, Austin, and boom, says something in it. But that's just me speculating.
But and like it's gonna be resolved very soon. Like that's the thing with this. Say if another con with this is the story itself isn't very like the world building is there. It's cool, but in terms of like intrigue and like interconnectivity and all of this, Black Clover is not necessarily that. Black Clover is, hey, we got cool looking characters, we have cool fights, and we go on cool missions in the store. I don't want to say the story surface, but it's a very A to B story, and there's nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah, sometimes I don't
need everything to be One Piece. I don't need everything to be this intriguing monster Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood story.
See, and that's my problem. Like when it comes to like most people's like view on stuff, because most people, I feel like Attack on Titan kind of poison people because not everybody wants the story to be as deep as Attack on Titan. And it's like, look, man. Sometimes I just want to watch buff niggas fight. Sometimes I want to just watch niggas fight with magic. Like,
and the thing is what it is. It's better than Dragon Ball Z with that because it actually gives us a coherent story that doesn't forget about its characters. Like, it's meathead shit, but it's intelligent meathead shit.
Yeah, one thing I will say, like, he does care about his side characters a lot. Like more
than like you could even argue more than Horikoshi.
Yeah, Horikoshi don't care about it.
Don't do that. We gonna have our My Hero discussion. I'm not letting you slander the best new gen shonen, baby. I'm not letting you slander.
Look, you know I like My Hero, but look, I'm not gonna say much on Hori right now. I'm gonna wait. But
Tabata does care about his side characters.
Yeah.
Whether it's Noel. I mean, like we said, he gave Magna this very impactful moment. Luck. The only one that doesn't get too much love is Gordon.
Gordon is just.
I'm so interested in him. Like, what does he do?
He's so cool. Like he's like a support because like basically he learned how to use his curse magic like in a way to like to help the team.
Yeah,
but like he's a support now.
Like to me, I feel like Henry's more useful than him with the fucking
with the whole
castle,
the whole household. Yeah, and to your point, like I think, and that's probably why I like Magna versus Dante so much because like to see Asuka
and to give him Dante
Nami,
though, yeah,
because at first I was like, oh, he going back because like when you see side characters go up against somebody that the main character
you think Joey Wheeler,
like I'm like
he about to die.
I'm like, oh Lord, where's the backstory at? Please get it over with. But like, I was so happy that like he beat a main villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like this wasn't.
It was like the cause of beating like the main guy, like for the arc.
the main three.
Yeah,
like the main three. I mean, until
Bone nigga pop. Yeah,
and Lucifero popped up. But
yeah,
that's for the main characters. But man,
still, at the time, we thought Dante was the biggest threat.
Right, because we all thought he was the head honcho.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I thought.
No, I did too. I just thought the Bone nigga was like the Ukiora type nigga, but the Dante was like, I don't want to say Stark, but like more like just a more important guy.
He was like brash and arrogant, but like he had the power to back it up.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't like Grimjaw, where you knew Grimjaw was weaker. It was like, nah, Dante is this nigga. Like, and for Magna to beat him in that fashion, chef's kiss Tabata. And like the way he connected Noel's mom to the
Maggie Hewlett. Yep.
Was great. It just shows he cares about his side characters to the point Mary Leona and Fugelion are some of the most important characters, and they're side characters. Like we have like they don't have any ties to the Black Bulls, whereas like the Silvers have ties. Like they're just the first group that helped them.
Right. And like I think the Fugelion little kid, I forgot what his name is.
Oh, the little brother? He be getting shit on.
And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be Austin's rival. Yeah. I'm like, nah, little nigga, you Konohamaru. Sit down.
Nah, don't do that. He Kiba. That's who he really is.
So that's even worse.
Is it?
That's even worse.
He could be Neji.
I'll take it.
Leopold? Leopold is like the Rock Lee, Kiba. He not Shikamaru though. He's not like I don't know who would be Shikamaru to Asta, but it's not him. It's not Leopold.
I don't think Asta has like a Shikamaru.
Nah, I don't think so either.
I mean, I might have to go and reread. I might be missing something, but I don't think he has a Shikamaru.
Not in the Black Bull. Like, I mean, like fucking Magna and Luck are like fucking two. Like, they're also in the Kiva Rock Lee category.
Yeah. Well, I mean, until recently, but Magna can only do that like once.
Yeah, facts. And same thing. Like Leopold's in that same category. To your point, there's no like smart, like intellectual guy that fills that role. Really interesting.
Yeah, they're all kind of meatheads. Like
yeah,
some are a little more intelligent than others, but they're pretty
like.
much
And we're not counting Vice Captain or the other, like, or Zora. Like they're like elder, like brothers.
Oh, yeah, like
almost.
they're old. They're like old. They're not in the same age group.
Yeah, so interesting. And it's not fucking Seki. How do you feel about Seki real quick? No, let's get into best and worst characters. Let's start with worst characters. Seki falls in that line.
Seki.
Seki's foxy, bro. Like, get him the fuck out of here.
He's just a gag character. He's like, man, I shouldn't have made fun of Asta all the time before. It's like, bro, you have been like a slave, like to this king this whole time. Like, I don't know what you expected was going to happen. Like, of course he was going to get shown up by a peasant. Like, what were you thinking?
Fucking Seki.
Who's also a character I don't like. Oh my God.
Oh, the fucking purple orca captain, the nigga with the mask.
Fuck the one who was a traitor? Yeah, like that guy was.
But he wasn't even like an elf, though. He was just like a real robber.
I don't know. I just
that nigga sucked.
He was like, I'm just here to cause problems.
That's it. Like he was a real criminal.
The one person I just can't stand, like for some odd reason, and it's not that he's a bad character, I just don't like him, is Jack the Ripper.
Oh,
I can't really vibe with his character like that. I don't know why. He's just not interested in me.
Yeah, he's really not. I'll give you that. And
because they try to give him that weak ass backstory. I'm like,
and they tried to make, to me, the way you feel about Jack the Ripper is how I feel about the Casca looking girl. Because she's very one note to me too. I just feel like she's annoying. Like, I don't hate her. She's just very annoying. Like, come here, Captain. I love you. I'm going to protect you. And it's just over and over. Bitch is just annoying. She reminds me of that nigga like, I want to cut you. That's that whole character. I want to cut you.
It's like he always trying to fight somebody. Like, no, chill out.
Nigga, you're not Kampachi.
You're not. I mean, it's really
close.
not. It's really not a lot of characters in Black Clover I hate. I don't really like the mirror.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
gag. I don't like his gag.
My thing is, like, I think his power's cool. I think he looks cool. I just cannot get down with the sister thing, man. I just can't get down with it. And the fact that he's nosebleeding mean that he's horny for his little sister. I know what that means. I didn't see Sanji catch so many nosebleeds.
I didn't see Roshi catch nosebleeds. I didn't see Naruto catch nosebleeds. I was about to say rosebleeds. Whoops.
At least Sanji don't catch nosebleeds to fucking raid you. Thank God. That's his sister. Come on, whatever you Gauge, whatever the fuck your name is with a G.
Like I said, like that must be like maybe the Japanese audience finds it funny. For what reason, I don't know. Like I don't.
That's the barrier. That right there is like the we don't get type situation.
My Western.
But see, I feel like that's why they don't fuck with My Hero as much. They call Hori a sellout because they say Hori does too many Western tropes.
I'm fine with that. Look, as long as Hori ain't making nobody like that, I'm cool.
There's been a lot of shipping, and Hori refuses to do that. But in Japanese culture, they were like, somebody should have been shipped type situation in My Hero. Like, they're kids. Like, just let it be.
Please no. Hey,
they're children.
If you want his ship, let that nigga make my college academia.
And Tabata keeps aging up his characters for when at the end Noelle ends up getting with Asta.
Right, they've gone through like I want to say they've gone through like
a bunch of times.
skips.
Yeah, like maybe even 3.
Because it's been like very minor. Because I know when they came back before the Spade Kingdom, it was like a year.
I was about to say they've gone through at least 2 years. Like Asta is like 18 now, I want to say.
Yeah, he's definitely 18.
Like 18 or 19, something like that. Like, or Yuno's 19 and Asta's about to turn 19, some shit like that.
Yeah, they're pretty close in age.
Okay, cool. So yeah, those are the worst characters really to me. Oh, also, even though they tried to redeem him, I still don't fuck with him. Langris, fucking old boy's brother.
Hey, once a snake, always a snake.
Exactly, bro. Fuck Langris. Finral, leave that nigga alone, man. Leave that nigga alone.
Yeah, like, and people like, look, I personally like. Some people dislike Finral, and I'm just like Finral.
You know, yeah. Why do you dislike him?
I think he cool.
Like, unlike fucking Ghost, at least he's just horny for adult women. Like, I'm okay with Finral
like
being he just
a simp. He not no predator.
Exactly. Ghost is a fucking predator. And like, look, his little sister's a child, bro. Like, that's a child. And the nigga nose bleeding in the picture. Send him to jail. But he was in jail. Like, that's the crazy thing.
They put it, they like, because there was one like little in between in the arcs, and like he went back to his village to go like visit, to like go like,
and it was like, no, put his ass in jail.
It was like, bro, like everybody in that village was like, bro, like we all think you're weird. Like nobody in this village thinks you're nobody in this village thinks you're normal. Like we all think you're fucking weird.
And it's not like Asta where they think he's weird, but they love him. No,
they're like, nah, bro, go back to where you came from. Like, don't come back over here.
Fuck that nigga Ghost. Oh shit. Okay, I think that's all the characters I dislike. Let's get into some of our favorite characters. You can start us off.
I'm gonna definitely go. I got okay. Let me see. Let me. Pick
you say one, I say one, and if we both like it, we can talk about it.
So Yami, that's a pretty easy one.
Like a great leader, but he's not necessarily the best teacher. Like when we talk about senseis, he's more of just like a good leader person. Like, because he kind of taught Asta key, but it was more like Yami's the type of teacher that he takes a baby and just throws it in the deep water and hopes its natural instincts kick in.
Like him. I put him and Gojo in the same like sensei tier.
But at least Gojo did a little bit more teaching. But to your point about like absentee,
a tad.
Yeah.
But like, he had that nigga Yuji watching movies to get power ups. It wasn't great, but I mean, it was something, I guess.
Is Yami better? Is Yami is Kakashi better than Yami?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like Kakashi actually
he just taught Sasuke though. He didn't teach Naruto too much.
I feel like
he kind of passed Naruto off to Yamato. He passed Naruto off to Jiraiya.
He tried to train Naruto for a while, and he was like, "Oh man, fuck this.
Let's get Yamato." He was like, "You're not getting this chopper release shit, nigga. Let me go get Yamato to teach your ass."
He's like, bro, I'm already aggravated. Let me leave. Like, yeah.
No, Yami is definitely Gojo's a good comparison. You onto something now because Hats and Clogs is better than Yami too.
Yeah,
he's gay. Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, so I would say a character I like that's new that I'm gonna throw in, just like when we do on My Hero. I think My Hero and Black Clover introduced 2 new characters at the same time, and I like My Hero's new character in Star and Stripes, but I think the execution of Tabata's new character was better just because Hori killed his off, but for his story it makes sense. But I love Notch. Like I love Notch. Oh, yes. I thought Notch was introduced at the right time, and unlike Zora, who he tried to introduce, I think Notch hit more than Zora. Zora was like, all right, this trap nigga kind of cool, but Notch, bro, equipping devils and shit, like, and then Notch's backstory with his brother, like I'm all the way in on Vice Captain Notch.
Also, like the Notch stuff. I feel like it works because that makes sense for why Yami had like such an interest in Asta at the beginning, because like, you know, everybody else is like, oh, like what is that? And then
Yami knows.
Yami's like, my vice captain does that. So I'm gonna need some more firepower like that. But I feel like if and see, this is a thing that I don't mean to reference Oda, but like, see, this is a thing to where like I feel it was why I like the cover stories, because I feel like Noct would have been like a perfect cover story for Black Clover, because he's he's a character that seems like he was moving in the background as the main story was going on.
Yeah,
like he wasn't a static character. He came in,
and that's my thing with Black Clover, where it's like where we talk about the world building aspect and how it's more so just intelligent meathead story. With like One Piece, we know what the background characters are doing, whereas with Black Clover, it's like when Asta moves, that's when we see all these other characters move. But if Asta's not moving, they're not necessarily moving. But to your point, Notch had to be doing stuff.
Yeah, because he was if I'm not mistaken,
he was researching the spades. Yeah. He was Hawks, essentially.
Yeah, and like that's so good. And like he was just introducing a very good
like I'm saying of the story. Better than Zora, because like I like Zora as a character, but I'm more of not. I
feel like he's kind of forgettable, because I kind of feel like because like he got a cool introduction and then he just left for a long time and then he came back. I mean, I still like him. He's still cool, but like, you know, he just kind of he just kind of pulled a Dendro on us, you know?
Yeah. Okay, say another character. Let's just keep going through it till we get through all of our faves.
I'm gonna say,
it could be anybody, any of your faves.
I'm gonna have to go Merlona.
Nice. If you weren't gonna say her this time, I was gonna say her.
Cause like
she's what I wanted Stars and Stripes to be.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that another day. But I just feel like she's a perfect like a perfect representation of like where Fugelion should be, because he referenced her like a bunch of times before we even saw her. He was like, yeah, like I'm strong, but like my sister's way stronger.
And the fact that she's so strong, but was like, nah, fuck this Magic Knight shit, because I don't fuck with. She saw the prejudice shit early and like the way that they ran things. She was like, I don't fuck with that. I'm gonna just go be strong and just keep training and fight niggas over here. And if y'all need me, y'all got my number.
Yeah, like
that's badass for sure.
She come for the smoke. She not here for the politics. She come for the smoke. Another
character introduced midway through the story that was executed very well.
Because she didn't really mess up. She didn't really mess up like the. I mean, I'm not too keen on power scaling, but like,
I don't give a fuck.
She didn't really mess up the power scaling. I feel like she was a good introduction. Like, I mean, they needed her at the time anyway. So
definitely. All right. Well, I'm gonna save one of these characters for last for us to talk about, just because of like the twist with him. But I do love him. But I'm gonna save him. A character I love that we should just talk about now. Noelle Silver, man. I think Noelle is, out of all of like girl side characters, like the Sakura role, Noelle might be the best of all time. Like until Gege brings back Nobara, and I know what's going on with her, Noelle has the crown, man. Noelle is just perfect. Like the way she had her power up, her backstory, the fact that she can stand toe to toe with Asta and Yuno, and she's not someone that's like a hindrance. She's not a Ino, like she's not a Orihime that just has to stand there. Like, no, Noelle's badass. She stood up for herself. She's the strongest in her family. She could be a fucking wizard queen if they do that. Like, Noelle's a badass.
Right, and I guess to my point earlier, how they had Magna take out Dante, like they had
a villain specifically for Noelle
for her. So it's like, you know, that whole entire animosity was like building up because of what was foreshadowed with her mother happening.
Like Noelle's gonna be stronger than Merleona, which is crazy. Like I'm ready for it.
Which I'm like very excited for, and also her character development. Like if you just, you know, I mean,
she was the ultimate racist or elitist.
She was the preppiest of preppy kids coming into
big elitist. You're poor, ew.
Yeah, but she's grown into her role very well, and I mean,
she loves Asta.
Like she because even in these recent chapters, when like they think that Asta's donezo, they're like, oh shit, like
she was like, nah. I ain't buying it.
No way,
Whereas his other lover, Mimosa, was like, Asta. No faith, Mimosa. No faith.
No faith. Well, I mean, she ain't seen the miracles like Noelle did, so I guess
true.
She only seen like one. So
yeah. All right, who you got next?
Let's see.
Or if you're done, you're done. Like if you just got two faves, that's cool.
There's like so many characters to pick from. I mean, I don't want to say him.
You can say Asta or Yuno.
I do like Asta. I feel like Yuno's like leaves a lot to be desired sometimes.
Yeah, he's not even like a good like. Let me not say that. I like Yuno, but compared to like Megami and like that trope of Sasuke characters, he's not the best. Like he's really not.
To me, he's kind of just like a what would you call it? He's like a test. Like he's like a marker. So like we're seeing Asta get this strong, and then we probably won't see Asta for a while until he comes to save everybody. Then we'll see how strong Yuno is.
Yeah, and Yuno will be the marker for where Asta has to. Yeah, for sure.
And there's nothing.
Yuno's the gauge.
Yeah, like there's nothing.
He's Vegeta, but like not as much emotion. Like Yuno's not as talkative. Like if Yuno would talk more, he'd be a much better character.
Yeah, and they did give him a little bit of characterization, or like a little bit of like a character when the whole Golden Dawn got smoked by Zenon.
Yeah, and he was fighting Zenon. Yeah,
and he had to step up because William wasn't there, and
because he's vice captain.
Yeah, and they even give him some good characterization when like I think Asta's gone, and they're like, okay, like, well, we need to make a plan, yada yada yada.
He's like, I'm the plan.
he's like, he steps up, and I mean, look. He's been killing like
honestly like
high level demon. Like
if it's not Yami or Vengeance, like or Mariona, it has to be And with Star Magic, he kind of passes up Mariona because like that fire magic is good, but you're not beating Lucifero with fire magic. And Yami and Vengeance, y'all can't be there because he'll take y'all to make the portal.
Oh yeah, they have to be excluded from the battlefield.
Exactly. What a good way to keep them out.
Hey, you always got to keep the strong ones out of the battle.
But Asta, great MC. To your point, I love Asta.
Oh yeah, he's great, man.
He has that Luffy Goku like quality of like you gotta love him. But I think even more so, he might not be smarter, but he's less wild than them, where he's more structured, and I feel like I fuck with that.
He's like, yeah, he's way less brash than most MCs are. Like, I mean, like he definitely doesn't think, but he does like proceed with caution before he does stuff, which is good to see after seeing MCs just kind of like dive headfirst into stuff all the time.
So I guess I'll say my last favorite character, and then if you have one more, you can say it, and then we'll get into the guy that I was waiting to say. I guess my last favorite character, we already talked about Luck and Magna. They're obviously in there. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see somebody who is not Luck or Magna that I can say. You already said Real. I do love Real's power.
Yeah, Real's cool.
Am I gonna say Charmy? Because Charmy's the fucking man, bro. Like, or the one man. I'm going with Charmy, man. I fuck with Charmy, bro. Like her,
so cool.
The eating thing, and then like being a dwarf, like. Oh no, is she a dwarf? She's not a dwarf, huh?
She's like a hybrid.
She's
like a hybrid. Like, it's been a while since I've read that.
and then like with her wolf, Charmy's the shit.
Oh yeah, because she got to piecing whoever that was up when she got her new form. I was like, hold on, wait a minute, Charmy.
Like, bro, the fact that Charmy, she's a half dwarf, half human, so she is a dwarf, and she has cotton magic and food magic. which are like, what?
She's busted.
OP.
Like the thing I saw the most when it was, I like to call it the Mickey Wars, where like, each week My Hero or Black Clover would come out like with a chapter, and they'd either be calling My Hero Mickey Mouse or they'd be calling Black Clover Mickey Mouse. But like it was
the Mickey Wars.
Yeah, so like when I guess Mimosa revived everybody,
House of Mouse versus House of Donald Duck.
Exactly. But when Mimosa like revived everybody was like, oh, whoa, Mimosa shouldn't have all this like
she shouldn't have had all that
and I was like, and like they were blaming Mimosa, and I was like, Charmy's right there. Like Charmy's the reason this is happening.
You right.
Like,
you right.
Like, look, Mimosa's like main thing is to heal. So like I was
but Mimosa never had that much stamina.
But I was like, no, hell no. I was like, look, if you want to put real stakes, just write Charmy out. Say Charmy went to some magical food kingdom or something, so they don't have her in the next arc.
You're right. Charmy 100% gave that power to Mimosa, like facto.
She's busted.
No, big fact. All right. So where you want to go now? We talked favorite character. Oh, let's do best fights.
Ooh, yes.
And then we'll talk Julius and get into the new stuff. I gotta start off with Dante and Yami versus Yami and Asta. Like just the beauty of that fight when they came together and Yami's like, I need you, Asta. And it's like, oh shit, Yami respects you. You're above all the other Black Bulls. Like you the guy. When
he passed him the sword, it reminded me of that. It reminded me of that picture of It reminded me of that picture when LeBron passed Dwayne. I might be saying that backwards, but like
when
the
Miami did the alley-oop. Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. I was like, damn, this shit beautiful. They really about to go in.
No, that shit was awesome. You give us another fight.
For power gauging, even though it was like short, I say Julius versus it starts with L. The main elf.
Yeah. With the main elf from Patry or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the one who was taking over. Because I do, because sometimes it's kind of odd to put those types of fights in like a top fights, because like
but that was a good one though.
Yeah, because it's showing you why he's the Wizard King. When he's like, oh wait, you don't have a grimoire, and then Julius was like, nah, Playboy, look up. That thing had no cover, no nothing. But the time magic is busted.
And the fact that he fought all of the Midnight Sun niggas, like all of them, that shit was crazy. Okay, well then, all right, I know where I'm going now. Let's do. I'm gonna say Vetto versus Asta, man.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And the Under the Sea shit. That shit is gas. Asta whooped that nigga ass. And that nigga went crazy. That white man is crazy.
He had to pull out that third eye, man.
Bro.
He was getting whooped.
That shit was nuts. Like, there's so many good fights. Like Asta and Mars versus Fauna. The girl with the fucking the salamander.
Yeah.
His lover.
Because she took the spirit. What's another good one? Ooh, if I might say one, it's in the Magic Night selection when it was Real versus Yuno.
Oh yeah.
And like you really got to see
how good Real is.
And that was the first time Yuno's spirit form was like introduced.
Oh, shown, yeah. True. Okay. All right, I gotta go. What's her name? You know how to pronounce her name. Lola Pachica Noel versus Vanica. Gotta go. Vanica Zogratis. Like when she pulls out her mom's armor.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah.
Top tier.
I was like, oh yeah, play the theme music. It's about to go down.
Same thing with Yuno versus Xenon when he found out he had star magic. That was a great fight as well.
What's another? What's it? There's a lot.
There's a lot of good ones. Yeah. Oh, fucking the Fate fight with the girl versus the Queen of Fate on the water.
Oh yes,
that shit was nuts. I'm trying to think of any others. If you got any, go ahead. Just toss. We just tossing them out right now.
I'm trying to think of.
I'm looking on Google on all their fights. Let's see.
Because I want to say the Asta and Yuno team up because it's good.
It's Asta and Yuno versus the magicians. Yeah, I mean versus the elves. Yep.
Yeah, that was good.
That's better than that shit is great. That shit
is
great.
What am I saying? Dante versus Magna. I don't know why I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I mean, we had said it earlier, but like
that one's up there. But to your point, Asta, Yuno, and Nozel Silva versus Zagreus and Patoli. When Nozel fights with them. But that's when they do the team up because Nozel's just there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, she support.
And but that wasn't even Noel. That was Nozel, the brother. You remember?
No, Nozel, the Mercury, the guy who uses Mercury. Yeah.
But to your point, yeah, Dante fucking versus fucking Magna. Oh my gosh, bad fucking ass. And then Luck versus Guitard. That dude while Magna's versing, just that random devil nigga. That random guy.
But he used the lightning magic that he learned from Gaja.
Yep.
And I feel like that helps. It was kind of like a marker. I feel like the Heart Kingdom is I feel like don't.
That's a good transition. Favorite kingdom.
I have to go the Heart Kingdom because I like how they use. I like how they use
the monozone
runes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's hella cool to have not necessarily their Wizard King, but their Queen, basically controlling all the water and stuff.
They remind me of South America, the Amazon, very into nature. Whereas the Spade Kingdom reminds me of Russia. Yeah. It just does. It's just cold and whatnot. You just in the Clover Kingdom reminds me of Europe, just white people, just Europe.
What about the Diamond Kingdom kind of reminds me of I'm trying to think.
The Diamond Kingdom's kind of Russia-y too. They're kind of but they're changed communists, so they might be Germany post more New Age Germany. You know what I'm saying? After all that bad shit,
they're trying to get better, but they're still doing weird shit over there.
Yeah. I think my favorite kingdom. I don't want to say the Clover. I'm interested. It's not my favorite, but it's the one I'm the most interested in post Clover is the Spade. I want to know what going to go be king over there? I feel like that's going to be the thing where Asta's Wizard King and Yuno goes be king of his own
of the Spade Kingdom. Because I feel like that's why they set him up to be the prince of the Spade Kingdom. Because there's we can't.
We're gonna we can't have a shadow
Wizard
King and then make. Shadow Hokage type,
we can't have that type.
Or have Asta be number one knight, top magic knight, whatever. No, bro, no. One of them has to be.
Then that go against his old goal and stuff. So
all right, well now we can talk about what's going on now. So the latest. All right, so spoilers. Even though we've been spoiling this whole time, but we haven't talked really about the new arc. So spoilers for what chapter is this, Jazz? Chapter what?
338.
338 review now. So, my boy, we're in the land of the East, and it's going down. The land of the Far East is nuts, and basically, Asta is going to learn this new technique because the Shogun tells him, I'm not strong enough, and Asta has this moment of his Luffy moment because he thinks of Sister Lily. He's like, I have to save her. I have to save everyone. He's like, I'm not strong enough. And the dude is like, you got to train. And Asta's like, I've been training my whole life. This shit ain't working, nigga. This shit ain't working. I'm not going to win. And that bitch was like, well, I'll kill you now, nigga. If you don't believe it. And Asta had this moment of realization damn, you're right. Let me just be humble. And then they show him the new moves. He's like, damn, I can still do it. He starts, being like, I can still train. But basically, it's his version of hockey, using his ki or using ki techniques with his anti-magic, and dude can cut anything now, essentially.
Yeah.
What's the power? Is it a boost in his muscles? The girl got, I'm assuming he's going to get that. But when he did his slice, is it a disintegration slice? Is that the power?
See, I was thinking of it as like internally. Because how it disintegrates,
how it goes inside,
because it said like it was disintegrating because it was made out of magic. So I think it's like something that like it attacks the
insides of
the inside, which is why I think it's gonna be so devastating. But I firmly believe this. That Shogun nigga is capping.
Oh, that he don't have no power?
Like, not that he doesn't have, well, yeah, he probably doesn't have any power. Can I give you my theory? But I think yeah.
My theory is that his power is to teleport niggas, to bring them, he gave up all his power for Yami, I'm assuming. And by bringing Yami over there, he can only do it once every so often. But I don't think he really does have power. Like, I think he either transferred it all to Yami or his power is to teleport. Like, I feel like that the reason why he has no power, because they keep saying it multiple times, is going to involve Yami. Because there's no way they keep making like, oh, I have no power. Oh, I have no power. Like, nigga, we get it. But you keep saying it, so it's important.
Yeah, either that.
Because the woman was like, he brought him here. Like, oh, he brought Asta here? How did he do that?
Okay. I can see that.
Because she said that in this chapter.
Yeah, either that or it's got to be something with that eye. Because right when I saw the eye patch, he reminded me of King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist. And you know how King Bradley was hiding that eye, and then it showed the. So
love Yami's sister. She's a badass.
Oh yeah.
You know who she reminds me of? That girl, the blonde-haired girl from Bleach, the Visor.
Oh, yes, I know who you're talking about. I know
Shinji's little friend, his vice captain or whatever.
Yeah, she does actually, because she hates Asta so much.
Just like that bitch hated Ichigo.
Yep. Damn.
See a new connection, to Bleach.
Look, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Anything else you want to touch on with this chapter?
Not too much, really. It's pretty much just like a progression chapter.
Yeah, it's really just showing the power.
Yeah, like kind of just like fleshing out where he's at. I expect to be here for a couple more chapters if we don't break and go to the people, the other
back to the Clover.
Because I mean, like, look, this has to happen. This has to happen fast. Because
what if there's like a time thing? Like it's a time delay. Like Asta could be there for a year, and it's like only been like a couple of like days.
Oh well, then the Clover Kingdom's fucked.
No. I'm saying like it's only been like a couple days for the Clover Kingdom, but Asta's been training for a year.
Okay.
Like it's almost like a hyperbolic time chamber situation.
Okay, because I was about to say if Asta came.
No. It's not. It's been a couple. No, they're dead. No, I'm saying it's been like a day or two for them, but Asta's been training for like a year.
I can see that.
I can see that being some type of possibility.
I can see how that could, make him on that level to where he could fight Julius. Is Julius about to bring Lucius.
Yeah,
well, whatever his name
is. But are we about to see Julius bring out his Espada with that little demon? Like how we're gonna get a bunch of mini demons because like Noelle and all of them need somebody to fight.
I definitely feel that way because it seems like he could just kind of like touch people and turn them into paladins. Don't we have to fight the demon Libe hates still? Yes. Which they haven't, which I'm pretty sure is the demon Lucius has.
It has to be.
I'm fairly certain it is.
Okay, has to be. I'm very interested to see who Noelle fights. Does Noelle fight the little homie with the horns who been watching, or is there like a girl demon they're about to bring out? Or devil, not demon, excuse me, devil.
Nah, she might have to fight Sister Lily, honestly.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Have to fight Sister Lily. That's not gonna be easy because that's.
What if it's her and Marileona team up?
Oh my god,
that would be bad. Water and fire, like let's get it.
Oh yes,
I'd be down for that.
I'm gonna need it. To be honest.
Are we gonna see Mars and like the other kingdoms come help? Like the Heart Kingdom, Mars, all of those people, are they gonna come help with this situation, or are they like fuck?
Probably helping with fodder because it does affect them too.
Yeah, it does. That's why the land of the East is training Asta because they're like, yo,
Because they're like, hey, bro, if you don't do this,
we don't want this nigga coming here.
Because they're like, hey, bro, we're
strong, but like he'll kill us.
They said, hey, bro, look, we just got out of Wano. Look, we don't want Kaido coming over here, bro.
Yo, the land of the rising sun. I know y'all making jokes like Jazz was telling me off air about this being Wano. But come on, man. Both Tabata and Oda are from Japan. What are we doing?
See, I'm worried. Like, I'm worried if Horikoshi ever wants to like what? Because like, what are American fans gonna do? Like, oh my God, he ripping off of JoJo's. Like, that America? Like, what? Like, come on.
Oh no,
bro.
we're getting the Horikoshi America story after this. Coming. Like superheroes in America post Star and Stripe, like the vacuum. Oh, that would be badass.
Please give me it. And give me a Spider-Man. Just give me a Spider-Man cameo. I don't care. Give me a I don't care if he get plagiarized for it. Look, that'll redeem him in my eyes. If we get a Spider-Man cameo, I don't care.
But that's pretty much it with this Black Clover chapter. Looking forward to what comes from here. We'll probably do more of a deep dive next time because, like Jazz said, this was just a passing chapter, getting us into the land of the Far East, introducing the new Haki-esque power. So we shall see what happens next time. Jazz, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
Yes, sir. You can follow me on Twitter at Real Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on Instagram, Jazzy Boy. Follow me on TikTok, Cornell D God, and that's about it.
Yeah, y'all go follow my man Jazz. You can follow me at Lyn BWT. Follow BrosWhoThink at BrosWhoThink. Be sure to check out all of our amazing content on YouTube and on Spotify. But until next time, y'all have a good one and peace.